Guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you're a new subscriber here, thank you very much for joining us, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you. I do appreciate it. So there's this thing trending on Instagram now for a while, and even on TikTok. I think I've seen a few videos about people who are actually getting disgusted with the fact that UK and Canada based vloggers are overhyping the idea of relocating abroad, or are kind of giving too much lectures on how to relocate to the UK, how to relocate to Canada, or are actually giving tips that they are not sure of, they're not well equipped about. And when I watched this, I think I watched this first from a lady who was actually saying a lot, point out her mind about what she thinks about this whole idea. And then the second video I saw was about a guy. So now I have my own opinion, and I'm going to break it down in two different ways. Now the first one is that, honestly speaking, I've seen a few number of YouTubers especially who propagate this gospel of relocate abroad. They're always talking about the work visas, how to come abroad, how to get your work visas, how to get your work stay, your work permit and all that. And to be honest with you, some of the people I have watched are very good at what they do. Like they go straight to the point. They give you facts and figures. They give you contacts. You contact these people, they're actually existing. And when you watch their videos, because I have lived in the UK for quite a while, when I watch some of these videos, I know that they know what they're saying. I know that they're actually aware of what they're talking about. There are some people I've actually watched the videos, and after watching it, I'm like, I'll just skip this because I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I were to be a newcomer in the UK, I'm not too sure if I will take that advice. And honestly, even if I take that advice, I'm sure if I come into the UK with the advice they have actually given, I might make serious mistakes. Like there's a particular video I watched of this beautiful lady. She was giving tips on how to get into the UK, how to get your this visa, how to get that visa, how to get this visa, how to get that visa. She was giving a lot of tips, what to do, who to contact, blah 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 blah. And at some point I was like, I'm not really feeling this, because some of the points she was making was not actually realistic. Like it's not what is obtainable here. It doesn't happen. You don't get your visa this way. And sometimes some of the duration she was calling, like sometimes she said something, there was some particular things she said, you can get this in 2 months, you can get this in 3 months. And I was like, no, you don't get this that fast. It takes quite a while. So some of the points she was actually making, they were not really corresponding with what is on ground, with what is actually realistic here. So I was patient enough to get to the end of her video. So when I got to the end of her video, that was when I actually discovered that she just came in like 3 months ago. She came in like 3 months before she made that video. She came in as a student, but she was talking about how to get your visa as a business person, how to get your visa as an entrepreneur, how to get your visa as a wife of a British citizen. And she was, honestly, every point she was making was like, I was wondering where she was getting this advice or this information from, because it was very obvious that they did not correspond at all. Now, if you were to be someone who is back home and you watch this kind of video and you just follow it like that, you would definitely make a mistake when you come into the country, because the points she was giving that is not even what is happening here at all. Now, although I have lived in the UK for quite a while, there are still so many things I do not know. And I like to watch certain channels. I like to watch channels of professionals, experts in the immigration world, that teach you how to get certain things, teach you how to take certain routes that will enable you get this in UK, that will enable you get things. They talk about topics that will give you the opportunity to settle down without stress in the UK. And even if it's going to be a stressful one, they will just go straight to the point and tell you this route is going to be stressful, but these are the steps you have to take for you to achieve what you are actually looking for. Now, there's this particular lawyer. He's a lawyer, he's a solicitor. He gives tips and advices on immigration matters. And most of the time when he's even giving advices and tips, or his knowledgeable information on how to settle down in the UK through the different visa routes, he always tells you that I have just made my research. I have just followed this news from the immigration desk of the Home Office in the United Kingdom. I have just waited for a bill to be passed before I came out to talk about this bill. He talks based on the researches he has made. He talks based on the facts on ground. He doesn't just rush out to say breaking news, and he talks and people just come up to watch him. He waits for these things to be realistic on ground, so that even when clients come to his office to seek for legal advice, he's very sure that he's not misleading them, or he's not giving them high hopes over their immigration issues. So these are the kind of people I watch to be sure that I know exactly what is obtainable here in the UK on the issue of immigration matters. Now, so it's very, very important, because a lot of people back home depend on the news they watch over here. They depend on information from people who have come here already. They depend on information here for them to get facts on how to move, on what to do, what steps to take. And then when you now watch some videos of people who are actually exaggerating things, you get confused, because you just feel like, okay, for the fact this person is talking from abroad, the person knows what he's doing, or the person knows what she's saying, or the person knows what she's talking about. But you have to be very, very accurate in your description of information. You have to be very, very sure of your sources, so that you don't mislead the public. That's the only issue I find about the rantings these people have been talking about and their concerns. On the other hand, YouTube and all of these social media networks have actually helped people back home. They have helped in ways I cannot place my hands on. Like I know a few people who have testified to the successes they have had through by getting their work visas to come into the UK, just by watching YouTube videos alone, by getting information from people who live here, by getting tips and advices from people who live here. I have seen a lot of people who have actually testified to that fact. There are a lot of people who live back home who do not have anybody abroad. They don't have any friends, they don't have any families, they don't have anybody abroad physically who lives abroad who can tell them what is obtainable, or what to do to get this visa, or what to do to get through that route. So these people have to rely on the information they get from social media. And social media, through the use of all these bloggers, have actually helped a lot of people. Like there's this particular lady I watch from time to time. She talks about relocation. And every time I go to her comment section, people are always very appreciative of the work she does, because people have actually moved into the country through her help. She's not an immigration expert, she's not a lawyer or anything, but she just makes her research very well, so that when she comes out, she knows she's saying facts, she knows she's not misleading people, she knows that she's helping people to make their dreams come true. So from her comment section, you could tell that yes, she's on the right path, she knows what she's doing, and people are testifying to that fact. So I, for one, YouTube has really helped me a lot. Like, even though I've lived there for a while, it's not everything I know. There are certain things I need to find out, or I want to ask questions about. And if I don't have anybody to ask, I go on Google and ask Google to help me out. Like, there was some years back, I wanted to relocate from one city to the other. And even though I have been to this other city several times, I have not lived there. I've never lived there. So I don't know what it is to live there. So I had to fall back to YouTube to make inquiries on what does it take to live in this city. What does it take to live in this area? Do they have affordable buildings, houses for rent and all that? Do they have good schools close to where I'll be living? What's the crime rates like? What's the ethnicity and all that like? So I just made all of my research from watching YouTube videos like this, and it actually helped. It helped because I can't just go on the streets of a new place and be asking random people questions. So what does it take to live in your city? Do you like it? Is it good? Can I come in and all that? So at the end of the day, I fall back on it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with people using the YouTube or the internet to lecture people on what to expect when they come to their new environment, or what tips or what steps to take before they move to a new environment. I think it's a very, very good idea that people are even confiding or finding solace in things like this, because not everybody is going to tell you. I have lived here for a while, and I can tell you that a lot of people who even live in the UK are not ready to tell the newcomers what to do. I'm telling you this for a fact. A lot of old timers, old stayers in the UK are not ready to tell the newcomers what to do or what to expect. They're not ready to. They're not ready to help you. They're not ready to give you tips. A lot of them have actually been through hell. They've struggled living here. You know, when they came in many years back, it was not rosy for them. So they are like, I didn't find it rosy in my own time. So honestly, I've heard a few of them when they talk. They are like, please, I struggled in my own time. You know, it was not easy for me. It was not rosy for me when I got here, and nobody advised me. Nobody helped me out. So let the people come in, let the newcomers come in and you know, hustle it on their own. You know, struggle it out on their own. So yeah. But when you have people who are ready to dish out information like this for free on YouTube, on the social media space, take advantage of it. Just be wise to take the ones you think are realistic. Be wise to take the ones you think it's more affordable to you and is of more importance to you, and discard the rest of them that you think are actually useless. So thank you very much for watching my channel, and I do hope I see you next time. Ciao.